In the last session, I did a demo on how to create a simple bar and a simple pie chart. And in this demo, I'm going to show you how you can actually produce bar and line charts using multiple variables in one chart. I'm going to start with bar chart using multiple variables. For example, you can do a simple bar chart by using different variables. For example, I'm going to do a simple bar chart, so I click on simple. So here, sorry. So bar, simple, so here is black, so the simple is black, but I'm going to summarize the data areas in separate variables. So in this way, I can use one simple bar chart presenting different variables. So I'm going to do a define. So I click on summaries of separate variables. And in here, I'm going to compare the means of attitudes to science, life, and exercise. So what I did is I move all the three variables of perception variables, science, life, and exercise, into the bar represents. And if I say continue, okay, so if I can also go to the title and do a title for my variables. So continue, and if I say okay, you will be able to see there are three bars representing three separate variables. So these are the means for attitudes to science, attitudes to life, and enjoyment for exercise. And again, if I double click and if I wanted to input the data label, here I can do the count for the mean of each of them. And if I close, then I have a bar chart representing student perceptions to science, life, and exercise. And you can tell by three of them, the mean of enjoyment to exercise is the highest, and the lowest mean is attitudes towards life, and attitudes towards science is in the middle. So this is for bar chart using separate variables. And also you can do bar chart by adding another cluster. So you can do a simple with different variables. You can also do a cluster, which means you can do separate multiple categories with multiple variables. So in this case, you have multiple categories with multiple variables. And I highlighted the cluster here. So the cluster is black here, and the data in chart areas is summary as separate variables. If I define here, I'm going to use the example of mass of 2012 and mass 2013 as two bar variables, and also they are by schools, after school teams. So there are different extracurriculum teams, and I want to see if their scores during the 2 years are the same or different. And if I say OK, you will be able to see here in general, for mass 2012 is generally lower than mass 2013, because if you look at each group level, the green bar is higher than the blue bar. And in general, the athletic team is higher than the music team and academic team. So that is a bar chart using different variables, separate variables with separate categories. And in this case, you can double click, and you can also input the data label there and put the mean there. And this gives you a specific number for each of the categories. And this is for bar chart. And for line chart, you can do multiple lines with multiple variables. For example, you can do multiple line with a separate summaries of separate variables. So for example, so this is multiple line with multiple variables. So this is usually used for trend analysis for line charts. So if you go by define, again, I'm doing math and of 2012 and math in 2013 by student availability of their internet at home. I can hit on OK. And here, you would be able to see a trend chart by line. And by looking at the trend, you can see, in general, math 2013 is all the way higher than math, the blue line, which is math 2012. So in general, math 2013 has a progress more than the 2012. And also in general, by different categories, no internet access actually is higher than limited access, and easy access seems like it has the highest score. And so in that regard, you can see there is a difference between the limited access versus easy access versus no access internet at home. So that's what you can do, and you can also copy and paste it into Word or into Excel or into PowerPoint for reproduction purposes. Thank you.